how it affects all of us.
Yeah.
Is these gas prices. Everyone's going to be like, okay, bro, you guys got to do something about this war, bro. Understand in the Navy and
I don't
get
have money
that
to get
straight
to
up
work.
Hormuz the
They're gonna stay
open.
home. Everyone's just gonna stay home.
Yeah,
no one's gonna go anywhere.
UFC White House card or Freedom 250 as it's being
You know
called.
this thing's happening on June 14th instead of July the 4th, what they're originally saying.
Yeah, they moved it, right?
Yeah, it's happening on National Flag Day, and it's
Yeah.
also Trump's birthday.
No way. He's throwing himself a birthday party.
Yo, is anybody surprised?
This is whack. This is a pay-per-view.
That's what everyone's saying,
But
right?
that's the same thing happened with 300. You can't overhype and
Yeah.
underdeliver.
yeah,
Dana.
Vladdy, Juan Soto, Manny Machado, holy shit.
I'm
Fernando
just excited
Tatis
there's so
Jr.
many J's being represented. What does that tell you? We got a good team.
Bro,
you
even
know the
though-
fast food chains are struggling out here when they tell the CEOs like,
Yo,
you're a
got-
social media influencer.
you gotta go. You gotta start promoting. What do you guys think about daylight savings time?
I don't care for it.
I don't care. For it either.
Especially spring forward.
Yeah. I mean, people always complain, but it's like on a Sunday, and I feel like 1 hour forward isn't that bad. Like, it is what it is.
And when you see like the sunlight, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, because when the day gets longer,
Yeah.
and then you're like, you see that it's like,
It's
7
immediately worth
p.m.
it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah.
But that 1 hour's sleep that you lose right in the morning, it's fucking annoying.
It's so annoying. When you
I
have
realized
kids.
it when I was like going about my day. I'm like, wait, why am I sluggish? So I didn't sleep an hour. That's why.
Bro, with a kid, your kid gets up and you're like, yo, what the hell you slept in today? It's
Yeah.
8:30? Like, hell, why are you just letting us
That's
sleep?
how I felt today. I
Then
was like,
you
wow, that
realize?
was so nice.
then you realize. You're
I
like, yo.
realized, yeah.
Yeah.
Should
I
have just
realized
locked
it
yourself
when
off
she
it.
when he put her down for a nap. And
Yeah.
he's like she wasn't sleeping, and I'm like, the hour.
Yeah. Did you guys see BC stop doing it? They're not going to observe the.
Yeah.
Did they
Permanently
stop it
adopted.
this year?
Huh?
They stopped it.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what their premier was saying. Is like, we're setting them forward for the last time.
Yeah. I mean, Ontario set a law, I think, back in the day, something about the Time Act, and not back in the day in 2020.
Yeah.
But their whole thing is that they're not going to make it come into fruition unless Quebec and New York jumps on top, right? Because of TSX and the Wall Street, stock
right.
market, financial stability.
BC was the same situation. They were waiting on California, and then he's like, we can't wait any longer.
Well, California, Wall Street and TSX kind of go hand in hand, man. If you jump that by an hour and they're
So why
misaligned,
Quebec?
huh?
Why Quebec then?
I don't know why Quebec. They're just like Quebec,
Saskatchewan
bro.
already has it too. I'm down for it, man.
Saskatchewan has it, right?
Yeah.
And Manitoba doesn't. So, like,
Yeah.
one time of the year they're aligned with now going to be with BC,
Yeah.
one time with Manitoba. That's a little weird.
It's gonna mess things up.
Arizona has it. Like, with
Arizona
Arizona
never gave a shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember Arizona ever giving.
I think in the US they had the Times Act or whatever the hell it's called is like back in the 60s at some point. From the
Yeah.
get-go they never had it.
Yeah.
Hawaii doesn't have it either.
Fiji never had it.
Well, Fiji's like on the other end of the planet. I feel like it makes a lot more sense for North America to kind of go in that line because of stock markets and
Yeah.
like businesses and
For
shipment
crops and stuff too, right?
Yeah, farming and
Yeah.
all that stuff, right? It kind of like syncs it all up. Plus network games, television, Super Bowls, things of that nature, right? Like it kind of messes things up when things are an hour off
For sure,
versus
yeah.
not, right? Like
But I'm so down for it not to
I agree.
exist.
no, it would be cool.
Yeah.
No need for it, right?
Like fall back's always fun.
For sure.
You get an extra hour.
But you would want it so like this never happened. It never went an hour forward. That's what you'd want.
That's the only part I don't like. I like
But then
getting an hour.
then the summers wouldn't be as long.
Yeah, or just keep it like this, like they just did in BC, right? Just keep it like that.
Yeah, but then the mornings would be dark.
I'd rather have that.
You'd rather have dark mornings?
I don't know. What do you think?
In the summer, bro, summer
When
nights
you're
when it's like 9
commuting-
p.m., you go for an evening walk or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
It's cool, man. And the sun is out.
So
But,
then
like-
they should just keep this one.
But imagine then in the wintertime, you get up at like 7, it's still dark, 8, still dark, like 8:30, 9
Sometimes
o'clock.
it is dark around 7.
Yeah, so imagine that's after they change the time.
Yo, there's
So imagine at 8 o'clock. it's
there's
still
like
dark.
evidence of like even the time shifts. It causes like heart attacks and stuff. Like,
And
really-
accidents.
Yeah,
Mm,
because
Yeah.
people are sleep deprived.
yeah.
There's evidence for it.
There's evidence for a lot of things, bro. There's evidence for a lot of things. This Iran stuff keeps escalating to next levels.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much going on here. I don't even know where to start. I think the first thing is that they're running out of missiles.
Yeah, that's one of the things going on for sure.
So
There's-
What are they saying?
They're just they have so many missiles, X number of missiles stockpiled, and they're worried they're gonna run out of their reserves. Even the missiles that they've given to other countries.
And that's like a narrative that I'm seeing too, right? Like I'm seeing it a little bit online, where it's like, what's China then doing, right? Is China sitting back, watching the U.S. deplete some of its missiles, right, in this regional war with Iran, and then while they're doing that, they just then at some point invade Taiwan.
Oh.
And if they do that, then you have regional war escalation.
Yeah.
There's all these people online. I don't know. They call them conspiracy theories. Call them whatever you want. But it seems like what they're theorizing is that they want this. Like they want to like keep things so like because of military industrial complex and all that stuff. But it seems like this World War III verbiage is getting thrown around like nothing.
Way too easily. Right?
Way too easily.
Hypothetically, though, if the U.S. did use all its missiles, what would happen?
But they wouldn't get to that point where they use them all. The only thing is...
Hypothetically.
Okay, the problem with it is, like, if you actually... I'm being hyperbolic here, obviously. Right. If you think about it, the U.S. has moved all of its manufacturing offshore, right? They're not making bullets. They're not making these things in-house. They've moved everything offshore to India, to China. I don't think they do it with their military defense systems. A lot of those Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, they're all in-house. But I don't know where they produce all of their weapons, right? The U.S. itself isn't a manufacturing powerhouse.
Yeah.
So if something was to happen... right? If you're not making the things you need, you're not making the drones and the tanks and the this and the that, right? Because it takes them a long time to produce these things.
Yeah.
Theoretically, then, if China does invade Taiwan and you've depleted your resources, you are now going to go to World War III. Because if Russia is going to side with China, and depending on where India falls, you're going to have
already
NATO
some
versus...
evidence.
Yeah, there's already that.
They're saying that Russia is giving intel to Iran.
Mm-hmm.
But did you hear about the thing going on with the Iran specifically is the types of missiles that they're able to make. They make these like less like serious type of missiles, right? And they use drone attacks a lot, right?
Yeah.
The thing is they have these very expensive interceptor missiles that they shoot down, right? So they have a bunch of these little small missiles and they've stockpiled them because they're waiting for this day. They've been saying it. They're like, we're ready. And they just keep shooting these things. Yeah. And then every time they have to use interceptor missiles to get rid of them. And those are a lot more costly. Those are the ones that they have stockpiled.
Yeah. So the U.S. is burning through a lot more cash, right, than they are. They even have these things called suicide drones, right, where the U.S. has like these advanced military drones that they use. These guys have drones that they send in there just to smash into things, right? Like there's drones, right? So like they don't care. They mass produce them, and I don't know if Ukraine, I think, was doing the same stuff with Russia, kind of. But I don't know. When they first started this thing, they acted as if it was going to be like that 12-day war where they bombed Iran, the nuclear sites or whatever, and in and out. And now they're saying that it's going to turn into a full-out regional conflict, and there's boots on the ground. That's all you're hearing now. They're making you accustomed to like boots on the ground.
But that's part of it, right? If you pay attention to Trump, his verbiage, right? He'll never be like, "Oh, we're actually running out." He's never gonna act like that. But he'll start saying, "We might deploy anti-drone systems. Boots on the ground might be an option." It's kind of indicating that maybe they are running low. Apparently, they only have a couple of weeks supply. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Because there's no way that it's only gonna go a couple weeks, man. There's no way. This thing,
I don't see
at this point, from anything that I'm reading, people are saying months. Yeah. Months. Right?
Yeah, I saw something about even through the winter.
Yeah.
Trump himself
like a nuclear winter. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trump himself said several weeks. He went from days to weeks. Now he's saying 4 or 5 weeks. He's like, but we're prepared for much longer.
But without getting like too hyperbolic, like if you bring it back in a little bit, it's kind of weird seeing like where all of these countries go, right? Russia and China are obviously fighting a little bit of a proxy war through Iran. They've been doing that, right?
Yeah.
Iran gives China fuel at a discount, right? And Russia, they provide like possibly some sort of intelligence to help them, but they're doing it kind of like secretively, right? They're not really out in the open with it. Yeah. Right. And China's also invested, I think, billions of dollars. They had some new contract with Iran, I think in 2020, 2021. for the next 25 years. They're investing billions of dollars into Iran, right? So they've been doing this, right? Because that oil helps their economy go, right? Like they rely on it.
For sure.
So then now you see what they're doing, and then there's the other side, right? The U.S. allies, right? So first you saw it seems like countries are either like kind of conflicted with either to help the U.S. or like take this stance against the Trump administration, because I feel like within the U.S. itself, now most people are confused
There's
about
so much
like,
divide.
It's a regime change war. We didn't want that. Like, what's the point of the
Did you hear
war?
who just took his spot?
Who?
Khomeini, his son.
I mean, that's gonna like, bro, they're gonna fall like you know, they're just gonna keep going. Next guy, next guy, next guy. They're
not much of a regime change. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna go on for a little while until they can. And did you hear what they were saying? I don't know if their stance changes by the time this pod goes up, but they were kind of saying like, yeah, we want the ground invasion. Like, do it.
I forgot who it was.
It's
one
the
of
same
their
guy that was at the NATO summit. Like,
he's like, we're ready for it.
Yeah, he's like, do it.
We're waiting.
Yeah, because remember when they went into Iraq and Afghanistan?
Yeah.
It was the same shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because it takes you years, because those people they know their country, they're within their country. It's not the same. A lot of lives lost. People then are obviously going to get cautious, right? And then the U.S., so Spain, they were saying that they didn't want the U.S. using their bases at first.
Yeah.
Right? And then Trump responded.
We're going to cut off all trade with Spain. We don't want anything to do with Spain. Now Spain actually said that we can't use their bases, and that's all right. We don't want to. We could use their base if we want. We could just fly in and use it. Nobody's going to tell us not to use it. By the way, I'm not happy with the UK either. That island that you read about, the lease, okay, he made it for whatever reason. He made a lease of the island. Somebody came and took it away from him, and it's taken 3-4 days for us to work out where we can land there. It would have been much more convenient landing there as opposed to flying many extra hours. So we are very surprised. This is not Winston Churchill that we're dealing with.
Not a Winston Churchill. That's savage.
I mean, I don't think anyone over here is like mistaking Starmer for Winston Churchill, right? Yeah. Like, I don't think that's a stretch, but like, yeah, it's Trump being Trump. But I feel like what he's referring to there, I think first the UK was like, we don't want to help you guys with our bases and stuff. And then they've eventually, by 3 days later, they go like, okay, fine, you can use them for defense, missiles, right? Or whatever, right? Spain, however, they double down and they go, I think their prime minister says, and I quote, the position of the government of Spain can be summed up in 3 words: no to war.
Okay.
So he doubled down. He's like, we're saying no to war.
Isn't Macron the one that said the sending troops thing at NATO? Is it Macron?
No, he was talking about Starmer.
No, but like what you were saying before, somebody was saying it at NATO to send troops on the ground.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what Macron
possibly
said. Yeah, it could have been him. Yeah, I don't know. But so this whole thing, like this flip-flop thing, it's kind of like I think all of these world leaders, like in terms of Europe, Canada and stuff, like they don't know where to stand.
For sure.
And they keep going back and forth, right? Because I guess even the U.S. seems like they're divided, right?
That's part of it too. The dragging on, like the escalation. More it escalates, the longer it takes, the more these countries have to kind of pick a side, right? So I think everyone was hoping that it would be done quick.
Oh, it's not going to be done.
But it's not.
I think we have a clip of Mark Carney as well. He's doing something pretty much similar. He kind of vaguely refers to not helping and then jumping in on it.
Canada supports the United States acting to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon and to prevent its regime from further threatening international peace and security. Those efforts intensified in recent weeks without resolution. It's led us to this. We have not been party to the military buildup to this or the military planning of this, so it is not envisioned that we would be part of it moving forward.
You've said that Canada will not participate in U.S. military action in Iran. So can you definitively say that's going to remain the case, even if hostilities broaden, escalate, or are prolonged?
You've asked a fundamental hypothetical in a conflict that can spread very broadly. Today's events, recent events, point to that. So one can never categorically rule out participation. We will stand by our allies.
You're asking a hypothetical. What do you want her to ask?
Fundamental hypothetical.
What the hell is that? Obviously, it's going to be a hypothetical.
Ask ChatGPT what that means.
Every reporter asks hypothetical questions. That's their job.
Yeah, I mean, with him, I think he's put himself in a precarious situation, right? Like he's getting backlash for the India, what he's doing there, right? And then with China, he was getting backlash when he went and made that deal. And now China is obviously backing Iran with that proxy that they're doing, right? And Carney's out here making deals with them, right? Yeah. So now if he doesn't back the U.S., he doesn't align with Western values. Yeah. And if he does back the U.S. and he's too vocal about it, then he's going to piss off his newfound friends in China. Sure.
That's why he just keeps playing the middle. Like we've seen this thing a couple of times, like so many different politicians. But like if you're a young voter, aren't you confused? You're like, wait, China. He said in the debate that China is the worst thing in the world. And then he goes and he makes a deal with them. And then wait, India's bad too, and he made a deal with them. And then USA's bad too, but we're gonna help them in the war, right? Bro, like, which one's your enemy? Pick one, right?
It's not only during the federal elections. You remember when there was this poll happening on who does election interference the most in Canada, and it was I think it was China, followed by India, followed by Russia. They were the three biggest ones.
He's like, I'm gonna make deals with all of them.
All of them. Well, he doesn't have all of Russia, but like other than that, like, he's out here making deals, right?
Yeah.
So like it is. There's one thing diversifying trade, sure, right? But in this kind of situation, you like, first of all, we've discussed this before. You can't replace the kind of trade that we do with the US. It wouldn't happen likely in like 50, 60 years, even if you tried your hardest to replace it, right? So you need to keep a solid relationship with the US regardless.
For sure.
Right? So when he's doing all of this, he does his WF speech and then he does all of this, right? Like, you're getting yourself into trouble here, right? You're looking like, I think he's realizing what being a politician is for the first time because he was never a politician before.
Yeah.
People don't like it when you flip-flop.
For sure.
Right? Average people, they'll speak their opinions, they'll get new information, they'll change their mind.
Yeah.
When it comes to politicians, they're like, hey, buddy, you said this, you better stick to that, right? So
Unless they're his diehard supporters, they'll defend it. But he's clearly flip-flopping.
He is flip-flopping.
I'm not even saying he doesn't have to. He should support the U.S.
Yeah.
He's saying the right thing.
Well, within the U.S., I think the difficult thing is within the U.S., people don't want to see a regime change war. People don't want to see them fighting somebody else's war, right? That's a constant conversation you're having, right? Yeah. Canada gets pulled into these wars. It's the same thing the guy in Spain said, right? Their prime minister, he goes, we've seen this 20 years ago. You guys pulled us into a war that was for nothing, right? Yeah. And he's like, we don't want to get pulled into another one of those. We've seen this movie before. And they were like, we cut off trade. He's like, we will no longer do trade with Spain.
Damn.
I think he just says that shit. I don't know how much of it he means it. I don't know because Spain is part of the EU. They kind of move like a unit. He's just saying shit because I don't know what the hell he's going through with this whole conflict and what he's what's going on.
Yeah.
But I do think there is a part of that, right? And then as far as people go, they just like to align with whatever political ideology they align with and whatever their guy is saying.
For sure.
But for the most part, I think most people will look at this and be like, the Iranians or the Persians or people who were under the oppressive regime there, they're caught in the middle of all this. They're kind of used as like a tool for somebody's excuse to go on a war in Iran, right?
For sure.
You feel bad for those people. Yeah. They're under an oppressive regime, right? And obviously they're going to celebrate it. Why wouldn't they? Right? But the devil's advocate, the other side of it is that the U.S., people don't want to send their troops to go dive to fight somebody else's war if the U.S. doesn't need it.
For sure. I think a lot of people have sour taste in their mouth from the last time around, right? And that's why everyone's tiptoeing.
Even him, when he's like in the beginning, when Carney was like, we don't want to get involved. And then he's like, we might have to get involved. The second he says we're sending troops, you're going to see the same shit here. They're going to be like, why are we fighting other people's wars?
Well, yeah.
Right? Meanwhile, like you do see a lot of tensions rising between groups and people and religions and all of this. You see it's getting more and more divisive, right? I don't know. Something about just throwing around the World War III narrative doesn't sit well with me, man. How loosely we just talk about it.
Yeah.
World wars start over small little things,
they've
right?
been throwing that around since the Afghanistan, Iraq time too.
It's so easy because we're desensitized to it, to like for people here to write articles and stuff. Even this war that's going on.
Yeah.
So easy to be desensitized. Yeah, man. Like
I mean,
I was talking to him for Twitter today. I'm like, what does it actually mean though? Like how will Canada be affected? But you're like, it's going to be more of a, like hypothetically.
I would think that if you never know what's going to happen
like
with
turning off internet and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I think like if you had a global war because of mutually assured destruction, right? If it's just nuclears, it's over.
That's
the
a
whole
wrap.
world is a wrap, right? Yeah. If you're not doing that, it's going to be AI, it's going to be EMFs, it's going to be hacking internets and taking down military defense systems.
AI is
and
going to play a big
making
role
people's
in future
lives.
wars.
Yeah, and even imagine like right now, what's happening is the other thing, oil. Yeah. Right? Like shit's getting really expensive.
So crazy.
Right? And we talked about the Strait of Hormuz like last week.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody's talking about it. Yeah. And the second we said it, I'm not saying they saw us. It's the only thing I've been seeing in the news.
Yeah.
It's
you
crazy.
put me onto that, and that's the only thing I ever saw.
Yeah,
Hormuz
bro, it's
is the only thing
21-mile stretch, right? Where all of the ships cross from the Gulf into the...
No, I did a deep dive on it. Yeah. It's crazy.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And so if with the closure of it, most of these ships have stopped from crossing. Obviously, one reason is for there's like mines and you don't want to get hit by missiles, right? And there's
well, they're targeting them, right? They're actively targeting oil tankers.
They said if anyone and if one oil tanker goes down, that's over billions of dollars of loss.
They're waiting outside the strait. And this guy, Trump was saying, he's like, we might start escorting them across the strait.
That's the whole thing. They're waiting for either naval escorts, right? Some of them are trying to go around it by using pipelines and but you're kind of stuck there, right? They've let kind of Chinese ships kind of through.
Yeah.
Some of them haven't made it through, but even that, like, I don't know if you'd want to try it. I was even reading somewhere people are like kind of giving signals that they're Chinese ships, right? That's how China's ship gets through. Okay. But imagine doing that and somebody's like, we don't believe you. And then
the drones,
right? Like,
and
you have these suicide drones going on or whatever.
If you look at Iran, their strategy isn't the worst. Like I said, they're shooting all those little missiles, getting them to use their interceptor missiles. So they run low on their stockpiles. And then they're hitting them where it hurts. Everyone's going to get pissed off when they can't get oil.
Well, there's also that...
I'm pissed off. It went up 30 cents.
One part of it that they're also... I feel like people aren't talking about, that global shipping is run by private companies, right? And these private companies have insurance.
Yeah.
Right? And whenever there's a risk of war, insurance premiums skyrocket, right? And some of these insurance companies will even be like, we're not insuring your ship or your load or your shipment. So these guys aren't even going to risk it.
No.
Like, they're not. And some of them aren't even going to try.
That's too big of a
like
risk,
they're going to stay far away. So like you're just going to see these ships go floating around, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like, to what you're saying, like how it affects all of us is these gas prices. It's crazy.
30-cent jump. They're saying that it's going to go, it might touch $2 even.
Yeah. Yeah.
A liter.
I mean, so if you, I don't know, where was it? I have it here somewhere. So Brent crude went all the way up to $107 a barrel.
Yeah.
Friday, it closed at $92.69 a barrel. It was approximately, I believe, that on the week, it was up around over 30%, which is historic. Right? On the week it did that. WTI, crazy. The US benchmark, went up 17 to 20% from Friday and is sitting at $106.22 a barrel. Right?
Holy shit.
They're saying it can go all the way up to $180 a barrel. Yeah. Right? And Kalshi had it at 17% chance that crude will hit 180 plus. To put this all into perspective, in Ontario, gas prices went up all the way up to like $100.52 a liter. Right? They're hovering around there, kind of like the provincial average. Last week, they were around $1.30, right? So they went up 22 cents, right? If this thing continues, right? Not to mention, not just the gas, you're probably going to see inflation start to go up. You're going to see the price of groceries start to skyrocket because shipping is going to get more expensive, and it's not going to happen in months. It's going to happen in weeks. Right, the same sort of stuff that we were witnessing during the pandemic, where we were like, "Holy shit, groceries getting expensive."
Even like airplanes.
Yeah, you remember when people were like, the President's Choice guy, they were going after Loblaw CEO,
and he's like, "I'm going to keep it the same."
Yeah, they're like, price freeze them and stuff. You're gonna go right back to that. This time though, we don't have low interest rates.
Yeah,
everyone's over leveraged, so you can see what's about to happen here if this
economic collapse.
So by the end of it, if Brent crude hits $120 a barrel, right, and it's at right now is at 109, I told you.
Yeah,
if it hits 120. gas prices in Ontario approximately within the next couple of weeks are going to be $1.75 a gallon. If it continues to go up, we're looking at $2 by April, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
None of this, like, now I feel like everyone's going to be like, okay, bro, you guys got to do something about this war, bro. I understand in the Navy and
I don't
get
have money
that
to get
straight
to
up
work.
removes the fuck
Stay
open.
home. Everyone's just gonna stay home.
Yeah,
no one's gonna go anywhere.
No, that's what you either
not gonna
gotta get
eat?
that you either get that straight open or everyone calm down.
Yeah.
And end this war. Right?
Yeah.
Like you do whatever you gotta do.
You have 2 weeks.
Yeah. These gas prices and
I
man.
mean, the longer it lasts, the worse it's gonna get.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
the only
this
way
is
it
gonna
goes.
be an entire global financial crisis.
Exactly.
And if you see who's quietly
Everyone
just
knows that, and they still continue.
well, that's the big risk. Like Indy was saying, right? Like Iran's playing it smart. If they can hold on there for dear life and force these
Strategically
guys,
speaking,
that's their play. That's where this thing goes, and that's where it stays.
Because you're not just hurting USA, then you're hurting everyone. So
Everybody.
everyone's gonna get on their case too to end the war, right?
The only people that aren't is going to be Russia.
In China.
Yeah, well, China obviously because they keep getting their oil because
Yeah.
China's oil is like being allowed.
Yeah.
Russia. So what happened with? I don't know if you guys remember, the U.S. Imposed like 25% tariffs on India, right? And then India was like all pissed off. They had a couple of discussions, and then the U.S. was like, stop buying oil from Russia, right? And then we'll drop the 25% tariffs. So India was like, all right, we'll stop buying oil from Russia, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually stopped or they just said that to appease Trump, and there were some back channels. They're still doing it, but if they did, India was Russia's number one supplier of oil, or Russia was India's number one supplier of oil. They were taking about 40% of Russia's oil. India was, right? So they now, because of what's going on, right? And the same dynamic still exists. Russia's still at war with Ukraine. All this shit's still going on.
Yeah.
The U.S. gave a waiver to India for like the next 30 days, like you buy Russian oil, right?
Yeah.
And India obviously was like, we don't need anyone's permission, but really like they don't want the tariffs and shit either, right? Because the global economies are kind of falling. So even that, they're like, you guys can take Russian oil, man. We don't really care. Right now we're focused on Iran.
Yeah.
Right. So Russia, low key, those sanctions kind of erode and they become popular. It funds their economy. So it's in Russia's best interest to keep this thing going for a little while.
That's why they're apparently giving intel to
China,
Iran.
China might be sitting there thinking about Taiwan. That's if the one thing that everyone's terrified of is if another global superpower jumps into this thing and it turns into a global war.
Yeah.
Right? Like on what front are they going to fight? I feel like Taiwan. Like people have been throwing Taiwan out there. If China goes to invade Taiwan now, we're in an all-out global conflict.
How long have they wanted? Yeah. That would escalate everything overnight.
Bro, I used to be naive and think like none of this, and then we just get like numb to it, right? Like you just bomb Iran, you pick up a guy in Venezuela, he's like, yo, Cuba's next. He's like, we're just gonna deal with this. Like then we got Cuba, and then he's like, anywhere in Latin America where there's cartels, he's like, we're sending in the army. Like he's like, the military's coming in.
Yeah.
He's like, anywhere there's cartels, right? So I even think, you know that Ryan Wedding thing? How he turned himself in?
Yeah.
I think what happened was, I think Claudia Steinbaum, allegedly, I'm just saying my opinion, alleged. I think what happened was the government of Mexico was like, yo, they helped them get them. They just can't say it out loud because if they did, then the cartel's going to come for them.
Yeah,
right? And that's why they were like, oh, he just turned himself in, and then they went and picked him up, and Cash Patel did the whole thing. I thought about it. I just forgot to say it when they did that whole thing with El Mencho in
recently.
Where is it? Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on here. And then the Cuba thing, they're squeezing them with the oil. They're like, yo, we're coming for Cuba next. Who knows what's going to happen here?
Well, it seems like he's kind of laying out his plan now. If you pay attention, first he was just fracking, right? Drill, baby, drill. Then he goes for Venezuela. Then he's saying Cuba. So he's going to pick up oil in different places. He's probably stockpiling that, right?
Bro, I don't know if you guys saw this one Asian dude. I don't know what kind of Asian he was, some sort of Asian dude, but he's very popular on YouTube.
Okay. He's from Taiwan, right?
Huh? Is he from Taiwan?
The one he was on
prediction. He predicts history or some shit. Like he uses history to predict what's gonna happen next.
Oh no way!
When he was.
I'm wrong. I'm talking about a streamer.
Oh, you're talking about the guy on Theo.
Yo, that guy was jokes.
He's so funny.
I've never seen that guy in my life.
Yeah,
bro.
he's a streamer.
Yeah.
But his Instagram has like 4 posts. Like I don't even understand.
I didn't even know who he
where
was.
he came from. him.
When I watched that, oh my god,
He's so funny.
Yo, but Theo's the best, man. When I run into like Theo clips of
It's
like
so
him,
great. Like even like top 10 Theo moments, I love watching them
they're
over and
hilarious.
over.
If you need a good laugh,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Oh my bad.
but what was I saying? I don't even know
The
what
guy
was
who's
going on.
predicting with historical facts.
Oh, that guy. Right. So that guy's getting like he's obviously he's cracked my algorithm and I see him a lot, right? And he was alluding to that the US has always known this. They're gonna do this. He's like he keeps throwing it out there. He's like, we're headed for World War III.
Yeah.
You guys know that, right? And I was just like, and then people are just like so numb to it. I was like, nobody gives a shit that we're heading into a global conflict.
Nobody
just openly start saying that.
Nobody cares until it affects you personally, right?
For
Like
sure.
even these people celebrating the regime more. If you remember Iraq, people do celebrate it that are getting oppressed, but then eventually, when you keep bombing their country, like they flip too, man. After a while.
Well, yeah, there's also that, right? If you topple the regime and you just
they're living in it. We're
they're
just
living
reading
in
it.
it, right?
Exactly.
And you affect their houses and their shit and then over here
and the
people
kids and like people that are
yeah
dying.
and
Yeah.
over here like people will say like you know it's fine, like, you know, it's a regime change and shit. Like I get it, right? Like
Yeah.
I understand it's oppressive regime, but just play it out, man. Gas goes to $2 a liter. Gas goes to $2.50 a liter. At some point, people are gonna be like, nah, you have to stop.
When do you not
this.
leave your house?
Yeah.
$5 a liter, Like,
Bro, it'll stop global shipping. Like it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
It'll crash stock
100%,
markets.
yeah.
It'll crash the housing market. You'll see like how dependent the global economy is on energy and oil. It's run on this shit. You're seeing what we haven't even seen it yet. We're just seeing gas prices. Inflation is gonna go through the roof
Yeah.
Sure.
if it keeps going this way.
Then what the hell is the fix when everyone's already so tight? Then you lower, then stagflation. They got a lot of problems on their hands.
You come in with some stupid act, right? And that's when you take away rights and freedoms and you know, for security and money.
That
Right?
might be coming.
When people are stressed out and they're
Need to keep you safe, right?
But yeah, what else we got?
The White House card, the UFC White House card, or Freedom 250, as it's being called. I didn't know it was called that because they're at UFC like 336 or something.
Yeah. Why is it called Freedom 2? Oh,
It's 250 year, but they're just calling it Freedom 250, right? Yeah, it was announced. Slightly underwhelming, I guess. People didn't love the card.
You know this thing's happening on June 14th instead of July the 4th, what they're originally saying.
Yeah, they moved it, right?
Yeah, it's happening on National Flag Day, and it's also Trump's birthday.
No way. He's throwing himself a birthday party.
No, is anybody surprised?
Yeah, you know what the thing is though? What I've been reading, they're gonna have a No Kings protest that day. I feel like they're already organizing a
Makes
massive
sense.
No Kings protest, right? So just imagine, like leading up to this, right? They're gonna have this White House card on the lawn. There's gonna be all these protesters all
He's
day
turning 80.
outside,
It's a big 8. He's turning 80.
Damn, bro!
Holy shit.
This guy's out here
80,
starting
you gotta do it
global
big.
wars. You know, regional wars.
He's like, I'm going out with a bang.
Literally, right?
That's jokes. I didn't know it was his birthday.
Yeah, it's on his birthday. So I was just picturing
Such
like
a Trump thing to do.
Yeah.
I was
Right?
just right. I was just picturing how that day's probably gonna pan out. You're probably gonna see him start off like, "Oh, happy birthday, Mr. President!" Right? And he's like all excited. He goes outside, protests everywhere, right? Protests here, protests there. They're probably gonna be right in front of the White House.
Yeah.
Imagine then they're setting up for the UFC, and then you see all of these people protesting,
But
signs,
UFC's
Dana
so
White.
loud that no one's even going to hear the protest.
The UFC in of itself,
Yeah.
you know, they're I think they're paying somewhere like 750,000 or millions to just repair the lawn after all the damage they're gonna cause from setting up.
Dana was saying that.
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy. But yeah, the card you were saying.
The official graphic they released. What do you think, man? It's some names missing there, right?
Yeah, so no Connor, no John Jones.
Yeah, those are big omissions. Are Connor, John Jones, Aspinall? He's injured, right?
Aspinall's injured. And then Izzy would have been a big one.
Yeah.
But Izzy hasn't fought in a little while.
He hasn't, but like if you're going for names, like everyone's expecting John and McGregor.
Well, I was thinking they could have maybe saved this. I don't know what was happening in the back channels.
Yeah.
But like I feel like they could have saved this card with the Islam versus Taporia main event.
When I'm looking at it, the top two are the only it's a glorified it's a pay-per-view. It's a normal pay-per-view.
Well, you have two title fights.
Fights.
And if you did have, I'm saying, if you had Islam Makhachev fighting Topuria, that would have been a massive fight, right? And they've kind of been throwing that around a little bit as a super fight. It's just not happening. But the rest of this, if you're gonna look at it, Topuria Gaethje, the main event, I like that. I don't hate that, right? I know people, that's going to be a wild fight, right?
It's a mega fight.
Bro, you saw Topuria coming off that KO on Oliveira, bro. Nasty. Dropped him in that, I think it was the first round, right?
Topuria is one of the sickest champions at the moment.
But there's also people saying he's a paper champ because he hasn't fought outside of Oliveira, right? So people talk shit, right?
Oliveira looked good last night.
Yeah. He beat Holloway.
Yeah.
And Holloway and Oliveira, they both beat Gaethje.
That would have been a nice fight to add to this card.
But that Gaethje Pemblet fight, right? Where they're standing there going 5 rounds. That was a good fight, bro. Yeah. So this thing Gaethje can obviously, he has a power. He can, this might be an explosive fight. But at the end of this White House entire event, you might have a European standing there victorious.
That's the other thing, right? It's supposed to be Independence Day event that they moved or whatever.
Yeah.
Only half the card is American.
Yeah, but imagine the mega stars that you don't even have on the card.
Yeah,
Hamzat, Islam Makhachev. Islam, you're not. I don't know why they didn't put him on the card. But Hamzat only likes to fight in Abu Dhabi. He has some other complications, shit that goes on, right? Yeah. And he was I remember when somebody even asked him, but he's like, "Look at my face. You think they're gonna put me on the White House card?" Right?
Yeah, makes sense.
But I think I think the setup for everything, even the Pereira and Cyril Gane fight.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone's upset at John Jones not going, right? But then there's John Jones, all the shit coming out, but then you might have a hip injury, right?
That's what Dana was saying. He's saying he has arthritis in the hips.
Yeah, and he might even need hip replacement. That's what Dana was saying. And I don't know, John Jones kind of posted some tweet.
He's been tweeting random tweets that don't make sense. He's like, apparently I can't run.
Bro, either he's hammered or he's just having fun, bro.
He's on a bender.
Who knows, bro? If John Jones Pereira fight would have been big, right?
Huge. Man.
That would have been the massive one. I think they also lost it on the Conor thing. That's the one where I was like, why isn't that happening?
They couldn't finalize a deal with him.
With who?
With Conor.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
Right. But Conor was kind of he's like, I want this fight.
Conor's been saying.
He's been saying it, right? And him versus Chandler would have made that way
should have
better.
been McGregor. Yeah. That makes this card escalate to that much more.
Yeah, it makes it way better if it was him versus McGregor. Bo Nickel, I feel like, is just on it because he's Trump's favorite fighter.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bo Nickel. Diego Lopez, they love throwing this guy in big fights.
Yeah, recently, bro, they've been throwing him in there.
Wasn't he on that Noche?
Yeah, he was, right?
I'm pretty sure he's on all their big cards.
Yeah, I mean, I think what they missed out on was they could have had Conor and what's his face? The Chandler on it.
Yeah.
But I do think these are kind of setup fights. I think this Topuria Gaethje fight is now going to set up who's going to fight Islam Makhachev.
Yeah.
Right? If Topuria wins, they're going to do that, right?
Yeah.
And this whole Poatan versus Cyril Gane, Aspinall's already training again, right? Coming off that eyes, he had the eye poke. He had the injury. If he was on this card, that's a mega fight too, right? But he's not.
Yeah.
Right?
But they're setting that one up. That's right.
Yeah, I think. Well, for the UFC, it would be better. Hopefully, Poatan wins, right? And then Poatan versus Aspinall is a mega fight. Mega fight.
Huge fight.
Mega fight. Who do you have in these fights?
That's the big fight they have left.
That is the big fight. No, but Islam versus Topuria is a super fight.
Well, I'm a Topuria stan, kind of. I like Topuria.
No, I like him too. Also, that other kid, what's his name? Armand Zakurian. I'm messing up his
Armand, name. Last name's hard.
That
could have been the fight too.
That could have been the fight too.
I think that's a better fight.
Yeah, but I don't think Dana likes him. I saw Dana was I don't
think Dana's picking Middle Eastern people and stuff.
Maybe it's the play here. Yeah. I even said it when the fight happened, when they were saying that they're going to announce. Also, everyone's saying
that should have been the fight.
It's like six title fights needed to be on the card, 7 title fights.
Yeah.
If they put 7 title fights on the card, what are they doing the rest of the year?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Nothing.
They didn't need title fights. They needed names. The fact that there's 2 title fights, even Pereira, he's going for a 3rd. That's never been done.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's ever had 3 championships in 3 different weight classes. He would be the first one.
I'm team.
That's the big story there,
bro. I'm team Alex there, bro. I'm hoping he wins. But even the BMF that fight, the Holloway Oliveira fight, kind of a mid fight, bro. It was like whatever.
It didn't live up to the hype,
right? I even look at that BMF belt. I'm like, is that just that's when this Paramount streaming stuff?
Yeah.
I'm like, was that just a way to like it's like a fight night, but they kind of made it into a Paramount
turn it into a bigger fight
card?
Makes
right?
sense, yeah.
Who knows? But because they needed a couple of cards for this, I think they're gonna get Conor fighting somebody, just not probably setting it up for the next one sometime in July. That's what the rumors are floating.
I do think he'll come back. It seems like John Jones, that relationship's tarnished.
I think it just kind of says John Jones retired.
Yeah.
Right.
They also got O'Malley and Zahabi. That guy's Canadian.
So
they're doing a little bit of American Canadian, I guess, feeding off the.
I think they're trying to feed off of it a little bit, but I also think the O'Malley, they're just trying to give him a fight. I don't know, man.
But it's a name, right? Yeah. I'm not mad at O'Malley being on it.
I'm not mad at O'Malley being on it.
He's good for promo.
I think if you weren't going to have John Jones on it, you should have had Conor on it. You should have made Conor work. Conor versus Chandler would have made everyone love this card. This card right now, I heard Ariel Helwani say it's 9 out of 10 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Most people are going to be disappointed with it.
The discourse online, they're like, this is a whack. This is a pay-per-view.
That's what everyone's saying.
But that's the same thing happened with 300. You can't overhype and underdeliver.
Yeah.
Dana, you did that already.
Yeah.
He did it again.
He did do it again, but if he got Conor on it, I think it would have been fine. Because he didn't get Conor on it, John Jones would have been the mega fight, but if he has hip problems, who knows?
Even
you don't get him.
Ariel was reporting, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if the hip problem thing's real. Ariel was reporting like months ago that they're trying really, really hard to get John on.
Yeah.
I think they couldn't agree on the number.
Because he was saying 30 million.
I think it was the number.
It was the number.
And then that's Dana's out, right?
Yeah.
Because why else is he tweeting?
Huh? There's a rumor that McGregor is going to come back later in the summer.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're setting up a fight for him in July.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he'll fight on the 4th.
That's what I'm saying. Like this kind of sets up like the rest of the year a little bit.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want to see
coming out of it? Yeah.
Poatan versus Aspinall? Massive fight. Who doesn't want to see Topuria versus Islam?
Yeah,
massive fight. And even Topuria versus Gaethje. I'm excited for this fight.
I'm not mad at the main event.
Even the co-main event. I'm excited for that. Who doesn't want to see?
It's a good card, a really, really good card,
bro. It's just not a 10. I think Conor would have helped it. I think Conor would have helped it.
He overhyped, underdelivered. That's the only thing that happened.
Imagine if you somehow managed to pull off Conor versus O'Malley, the shit talking that would have happened.
That would have been good.
Something like that.
On like St. Patrick's Day, right?
That would have been a good one for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, what else we got? Oh, the Baseball World Classic. You been watching this?
I have. Like I've never followed it before, honestly. Well, I think the timing of it's really good though.
You know why though? I think people who haven't been tapped into baseball a little bit kind of didn't realize.
Yeah.
So this thing happens every 4 years.
Is it basically a World Cup?
Basically.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to happen in 2021, but because of the pandemic, it got delayed 2 years. Happened in 2023. That's why it's happening in 2026. Yeah. Right. But what it is, before 2023, in 2023, they urged, the MLB did, a lot of the superstars to go play. Right. Okay. Before that, the superstars weren't really playing, minor leaguers, a whole bunch of shit like that. And then there was certain teams
that was too cool for school or something.
They didn't really care about it, right? But in 2023, you saw Mike Trout, you saw a bunch of these A-listers go, and they played, and the final, Japan beat Team USA to win the World Classic, right? So then now, and even in 2023, Vladdy went, like all of the big superstars kind of went in
Japan's
2023.
Like top dog of the baseball world, right?
Now it's the heavy favorites are obviously USA, right? Followed by Dominican, followed by Japan, right?
Really?
Yeah, USA has obviously Aaron Judge.
Yeah, USA has a stacked team, but like I thought Japan was
Cal Raleigh, right? Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
The
they got
Bobby
the boy
Witt Jr.
on it, man.
Bro,
Ernie
Clement. Bro, you know he was like in the game against Great Britain.
Yeah.
He was like the hero of that game, bro.
Highlight, yeah. He stole 2 bases, right?
Four runs, bro. Pop fly, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Blue Jays out here. Even Dominican, we got Vladdy, right? He hit a homer. He was big. He's probably one of the most important people on that team.
Yeah.
That team is stacked.
Yeah.
Vladdy, Juan Soto, Manny Machado. Holy shit. Fernando Tatis Jr.
So many Jays being represented. What does that tell you? We got a good team.
Bro, even in Japan.
Yeah.
Right? Like you obviously have Otani and Yamamoto.
He's a rookie, right?
Yeah.
Okamoto.
Kazumo Okamoto.
Yeah.
Okamoto, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been playing in the Japan League. I don't know if you knew. Like he's been playing in Japan's league. He's like a 6-time All-Star there, right? So I
feel
think
like
he's like
everyone's just
23-year-old
taking
and
a
shit.
gamble on Japan players.
Bro, this guy was like one of the key roles to play in 2023. Right, and this guy's also a Blue Jay, right? We also have our catcher. He plays for Mexico, Kirk.
Oh, Kirk,
right? We have a few guys.
Yeah, even prospects like there's in Panama, Venezuela, Team Canada, obviously.
Yeah.
Both
Cuba.
the Jimenez players.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Mad Blue Jays out there.
Yeah, I mean these big Earn Dog and Vladdy and Akamoto, they're actually playing pretty big roles, man.
Yo, Ernie Clement just became like one of my favorite Blue Jays.
Yo, he's like a fan favorite.
He was the one that was talking to the reporters and like consoling them.
After they
he's
lost,
the one who
like, he was
slid
like
in
emotional.
Really nice, right?
Yeah,
he seems nice.
Yeah, he seems like he's like a fan favorite. Like he always like there's like this clip of him where he's like walking by the camera and he goes woo woo, right? And then like everyone calls him like Earn Dog and starts barking and shit like it's a thing.
Remember Junkyard Dog?
Yeah. Raptors. Yeah. No, but I think it's pretty cool, man. I think people are like into it. Like if I was watching some of these players, like they seem pretty emotional. The Dominican team is turning up, bro.
Yeah,
those guys are chilling.
They're
you see
going
Big
for
Poppy
it,
out there. Him and like Vladdy, they're all like chilling now, dancing and shit like that. I saw Japan. One of their matches, I think the Emperor of Japan was out there. Timothy Chalamet was out there. Bad Bunny, he was out there.
Bad Bunny's doing a concert in Japan right now.
Yeah, that's why he's there. But like Otani hit a grand slam, right?
Way.
Like but also
he's sick, man. He's like a robot.
He is, but it's not fair until these guys get to the knockout rounds. Really,
These
we're
are prelims,
skipping over
right?
Canada. Canada's Canada's the 5th favorite. After
You
these
told me
4
that. I
teams,
was
it's
like, what
Canada.
the hell?
Wow.
Freddie Freeman. Bro, we have
Freeman's
No. We have a few guys.
Mako?
Oh, he's our prospect. Yeah.
Oh, he's a Blue
Look
Jay.
at you doing some research.
Look at my laptop in front of me.
but yeah, I mean, I feel like it's like until like the knockout rounds, like you'll then start to see. And when USA went up against Japan in the final, I think it wasn't being heavily reported on here. 53 million people tuned in Japan.
Holy shit!
Right, that's bigger numbers than the Olympics did.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
Mil?
So if USA meets in the finals
You're
with
like
Dominican,
heavy into baseball this year, right?
heavy.
Are they? Is that what we're waiting for? Like the big matchup, Japan USA?
Japan, USA, Dominican, and Puerto Rico. Those are the
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, those are the best teams. To me, I'm obviously looking at all of those teams.
Vladdy, come
I'm
on.
just rooting for Vladdy.
I'm rooting for
Yeah.
Vladdy,
He
but
could have
I'm
played
also
for Team Canada.
I'm also rooting for I'm also rooting for Team Canada, obviously a little bit, but also Ernie, bro. The kid, bro, he's sick. But when you see these Grand Slams and shit, a lot of these players aren't playing those caliber players when they're in these early stages.
Right.
Like I don't know if you saw Aaron Judge when he was up to bat.
Yeah.
He broke his bat on a swing.
Yeah.
It went to a double play, and the pitcher. 17 years old, bro.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine that, bro. A 17-year-old getting a double play on Aaron Judge, bro. That probably feels crazy.
Probably
like,
a moment of that kid's life.
That's crazy.
He's like, what were you doing at 17 years old?
High school loser.
Definitely not doing that.
Yeah, man.
I don't know, man.
No, it's cool, man.
It's
It's cool.
exciting.
I think the timing is pretty good because like NBA and NFL's over, NHL, NBA, it doesn't really matter, right?
Bro, I love
Until the playoffs.
how there's this national pride in sports right now, and everyone's feeding into it. It's reminiscent of soccer.
Yeah.
It's reminiscent of World Cup energy, right?
It's good.
If you get that in baseball, we saw it in hockey.
Yeah.
If Team Canada can do some shit and manifest that in even in the Olympics in basketball, that would be insane. Or with all these European players, if there's a few teams like that where you're like, holy shit, can't wait for these guys to play. Those are fire. Bro. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the end of this. I think the final is going to be on March 17. So it's going to come like that. What is that? Like less than 10 days.
It's going to be Canada versus USA, right?
Honestly, if I'm being honest, DR versus Japan or USA is going to be a fire game.
Yeah, it'll be a good game.
Fire game.
I'll tune in and knockout rounds.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
You see who returned on the basketball court?
Saw this.
Jason Tatum back in action. Looked a bit rusty out there, but like in his debut, he still ended up almost getting a triple-double. A little less than 10 months he returned from a torn Achilles.
I mean, it's always scary when they do that, especially Achilles injury.
Right?
But sports science these days and the way these guys get back out there and shit, man, like it is. I hope he's not just doing it for the playoffs.
I hope not. I hope their team wouldn't be stupid enough to rush this guy back. They have no reason to. They're comfortably sitting in second in the East.
Mm-hmm.
They got an MVP candidate in Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Like, if they were rushing, they have no reason to rush him back.
Well, they do. Because if you're a month out from the playoffs, you let him come back, you let him
get reps
minutes
in.
Restriction, get him a little couple of reps in. He knocks off the rust, and now you head into the playoffs. I actually like it because, like, to me, I was like, the East honestly looked a little boring in the playoffs when I was looking at the picture in my mind. But now you obviously have Detroit sitting up there, right? But then you also have Cleveland, a fun team to watch right now with Spida and James Harden, right? And then you have now this guy's back. Boston versus Cleveland, or New York does their thing, right? And I know none of these guys want to see us in the first round, right? Because if we're the 4-5 matchup, bro, that's a problem. That's not an easy
we have
out.
a really bad record against good teams, though, man.
We do, but imagine playing this tall, lanky lineup in the playoffs.
Nobody wants
unpredictable.
To see us. I agree with
the
you.
The one team that's like, I don't really care about is probably Philly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Like that was a question I was going to pose to you, right?
Yeah.
Like, are the Celtics the team to beat right now?
I actually, to me, I don't know if they're the team to beat. I actually like...
Let's say, give Tatum some time to get healthy. Perfectly healthy Tatum. Are they the team?
Hypothetically, if he was perfectly healthy, sure. Mm-hmm. Right now, I think it's Cavs.
I think it's between them and the Cavs.
Yeah.
And then you got the Knicks there.
Yeah.
It's a three, right?
Knicks can upset anyone
The
there.
Pistons are in first, but like they're too young. Just ask OKC. You don't win right away. It doesn't happen that way. It just does not work that way.
For sure. But I want it for Detroit too, man.
It would be dope.
For a fan base, like we've seen these struggled fan bases, right? Like they're starving for this shit.
Yeah.
You want to see them go far, make the Eastern Conference Finals. You want to see a fan base like that get to see it after years, right? So that would be cool. But like to me, that the Knicks, Cleveland, Boston in the East is
Giannis?
fire now.
How's he doing?
Oh, they're so bad, man.
So bad?
They're horrible.
Yeah.
He came back too. They still suck.
There was all these trade rumors of where he was going to end up and stuff. Then he just,
Every time I see a trade rumor, they're like, going to Toronto.
That's always
never
out there.
happening.
I mean, Toronto's...
Kawhi happened, man.
Yeah. I mean, if we got Giannis right now, and depending on who we dumped, we would have been heavy favorites.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got rid of an RJ for Giannis and threw in some picks or some shit. You're telling me Toronto's not right in this? We'd be like, 2019 all over again.
Personally, I think if Tatum and Brown can figure it out, because they had an ego thing in the past too, if they can just control all that.
I think the egos are gone now
I think they can go all the way.
They've been bumped to 5th seed. They've been humbled a little bit. And I think now they're going to come to win. And I'm excited for these playoffs. I'm excited to see the Raptors, bro.
Yeah.
All these people writing us off, they're going to struggle against us.
We're going to be a tough out.
Yeah, we're going to 100%.
It's not going to be easy.
No.
Especially if it's a 4-5 matchup.
You're telling me we can't upset a New York? You're telling me we can't upset a Philly?
I mean, they just beat our ass twice in a row. But
they did. But hey, we're going to be delusional fans. You better believe it when the playoffs start and throw on that hoodie. Wearing the hat already.
You know who else is delusional?
Yeah.
Completely delusional?
Who?
Logan Paul. So this guy starts a feud with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I think Tom Brady was on his podcast and he hurt his feelings or some shit.
Yeah.
Brady basically said something about wrestling being cute. And it's not an actual sport. And you should have seen this guy. He was like turning red, right? And he said you should come play with the big boys in the NFL. So I think Logan clearly took that to heart. And he put out a challenge. We have a clip from his podcast.
I wouldn't be surprised if I throw hands with Tom Brady on the field in LA. Tom Brady does not want to throw hands. There's a clip of him out there, of him calling me a bitch.
Have the skills. He's a football.
To Gronk of all people, who I beat up all of his brothers back to back. The Gronks
in a fake
lined
sport.
up, and I beat them up back to back to back. And guess who didn't step in there? Mr. Gronk himself. Yeah, they're calling me a bitch. I do think it's cute. If any of the football players want to fight, we can see what happens.
What football players would straight up beat his ass?
Not a single one.
Name one.
Not a single one.
Nah, don't do all that, bro.
I would put any amount of money that you could put.
DK. Metcalf?
Not a single football player could beat me in a boxing match.
Miles Garrett.
That is on God.
Miles Garrett?
I would throttle Miles Garrett.
No.
Miles Garrett.
Throttle?
I will bet you why did we choose him? It could be any name, but any football player. Miles Garrett, Puka Nacua, Tom Brady, Gronk, I don't even know.
Don't even
Metcalf,
try calling
bro.
out Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Miles Garrett's the
Doesn't
biggest
matter.
human I've ever seen.
$1 million.
Sam Darnold.
$1 million. You come to the gym, we put on boxing gloves, we see how it goes. Not a single one. Like, it's just, there's levels to the shit.
Chad
Football's
Ochocinco?
Yeah.
Chad Ochocinco. I think he mentioned
You
like
gotta credit his confidence though.
Okay, I will say this.
I don't know. I wouldn't pick on Miles Garrett. That's one of the biggest humans I've ever seen.
For sure. Boxing
Like
is
how
also
big?
He's huge.
Like
man.
Green Mile big?
You ever seen Green Mile? Yeah, that big.
Oh,
You ever seen
shit.
what's that guy's name? The fighter, the giant fighter. Why would you know him, right?
the giant fighter.
The guy who got knocked out in boxing and then he went for MMA. No, what's his name? Francis? Ngannou.
Oh,
You seen that guy?
Yeah.
I think you watched the boxing
Yeah.
match,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's as big as him,
Damn.
but he plays in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I don't think he's necessarily wrong because I don't know how much Logan Paul trains boxing, right, versus wrestling.
Yeah.
Right? All the people he named, they would probably beat him in a wrestling match, right? But like you remember when what's his face? Bradley Martin was talking shit about Logan Paul, and then he
kicked his ass.
I don't know if he kicked his ass or what happened. We don't know, right? But like I just remember him talking shit, and then they met up, and then they wrestled. They didn't show the video or whatever, but then the shit talking stopped, right? So I don't know who won or whatever, or if that was just publicity. Who the hell knows, right?
Yeah.
But even this, like I look at it, and some of these guys aren't really fighters, right?
Yeah.
Also, him calling Tom Brady a bitch, right? That's just strategic, bro.
Yeah.
He's just playing marketing. He's doing the Jake Paul thing, right?
Yeah.
Like he's not an athlete in Tom Brady. He can't play QB like Tom Brady.
Yeah. For
right?
sure.
If you're gonna say physical ability because you're a wrestler and depending on
I think they're both playing in the flag football league too. I think it's all marketing. From
it all is
What's
marketing.
he talking about the Gronk's brothers thing?
I think he wrestled them or some shit.
He's a wrestler, right?
He wrestles in WWE.
Oh, right.
So they make guest appearances, and all his brothers were on, and he's like, "I beat them up."
They were just fucking around.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think he was just setting it up because imagine if like you said, all right, I'm fighting Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Who the hell cares if Logan Paul's fighting Le'Veon
Exactly.
Bell? But if you're now calling Tom Brady a
bunch of
bitch,
players
you're
accepted.
saying that I'll beat DK Metcalf and Myles Garrett and Sam Darnold in a fight. You're saying all this shit, then people are going to be like, hold on, what'd you say?
They're going to tune in. Yeah.
Right? And then now you're like, yeah, I'm fighting Le'Veon Bell. Otherwise, like, I don't know if that's that exciting of a fight. I also don't know who wins there because
Le'Veon Bell's a boxer.
Yeah.
He actually boxes.
Yeah.
He's been boxing.
Yeah. So maybe this guy, but also a lot of these fights, we don't know if they're staged or not.
So you know what happened, right?
Yeah.
Like, so Le'Veon Bell, they had a back and forth or whatever. And Logan was like, all these reasons why he can't accept it. And then eventually he accepts it. And then it's being reported that he may not be able to fight due to his WWE contract, right? So I think this guy knew it all beforehand. And he's just stirring things up for clicks and views and marketing. And I think he's marketing that flag football league.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of that going on. And he's just kind of a person like all of us, like me, that wanted to go into professional sports, didn't really get to. And now you have this giant platform. You can talk shit to whoever you want, right?
I mean,
Call him
bro,
up.
I mean, he's a master marketer, just like his brother, right?
It's
There's
all
a
marketing.
reason why they're so good at social media and everything that they do, right? Like you even see the Pokemon card that he sold, right?
Yeah.
He sells that Pikachu Illustrator for 16 million. A lot of that had to do with him and him marketing it and wearing it
100%.
around his neck on a
For
chain and shit. It kind of goes into that.
Yeah.
You've also now seen the rise of people investing in cards and shit. I think he plays into that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's crazy. The amount of Pokemon cards people are buying is nuts.
No, just collectibles in general.
Like
It's
crazy.
crazy marketing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's I don't know. I don't like you're saying, I think it's just all for show.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think like it's just marketing a fight. If it happens, if it doesn't happen, who the hell knows, right? But yeah, marketing the flag football league, more eyeballs and shit like that. It is what it is. I'm not even one of those people that hates Logan Paul. I'm not a hater. To me, I'm like, oh, whatever. There's a lot of people who like fall for the rage baiting and they're like, Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever, man. You can't say that about Tom
That's
Brady.
what he's doing. He's rage baiting.
Yeah, he's just rage baiting, man. You think nobody thinks he's a better quarterback. Nobody thinks he would have won any kind of Super Bowls or anything like that, right?
No.
Like he's a WWE wrestler.
I mean, if he could, he would be in the league, right?
Yeah, or not. You know how much money this guy probably worth $500 million, man.
That's true.
He
He makes
just
more
sold
money.
a $16 million. Have you seen his house in Puerto Rico? That thing
Yeah.
is massive, man. These guys have money these days, man. Streamers have money, YouTubers have money, everyone has money, right? But that's just the game. He's just poking fun, rage baiting.
He knows what he's doing.
Do you guys see that McDonald's CEO video?
Yes, I did.
So I kind of saw this. You were explaining it to me. What is it?
He's just promoting the Big Arch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never tried. I don't even know if it's out yet.
It's a new sandwich.
But he's just promoting
Big
it by
Arch?
making a video of him eating it.
Okay.
So I have it here.
Got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get
never
this
seen a burger
thing.
before.
I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a big arch. It's distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu.
And this clip, people were like, he's spitting it out. This was another video he made after the backlash. It looks like he's grabbing it out of his mouth, right?
Oh my God.
That definitely looked like he was wiping.
He's just wiping the sides of his mouth at the same time.
I don't know. It's pretty aggressive. Like, it seemed like he was taking a bite out.
But yeah,
it's going a little viral for his reaction to it. He's saying like he kept calling it a product.
Yeah, he was calling it a product.
And he's acting like it's a Big Mac or something. It's a Dinky Junior chicken.
It's not even that big. And he's just like, oh my God, there's lettuce in here.
How do I eat it?
How do I eat it? There's like onions in here. What do I do?
I will say, like, I feel like people are blowing it out of proportion.
Yeah.
I think they're saying like, oh, he didn't even like it. He didn't look like he didn't like it. And his bite wasn't like teeny meeny.
That's not how you bite a burger, man.
But maybe he's a small mouth. I don't know.
I don't know. If I'm biting a burger, I'm taking a good bite, especially the initial one, first one.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it didn't. I didn't see the big like backlash about it, but like, yeah, it's a small little ass bite.
Yeah,
but like I thought when I heard it when you were explaining it, I was like, did he just like take it and just spit on the side?
That's what a lot of people were saying too. Yeah. That there's like cuts and stuff.
No, I didn't take it like that. I just thought he just took a small bite and everybody's just going crazy.
It was mainly the small bite and the way he was describing it. Like he was getting mean like crazy.
Yeah. No, if he's saying like take a nice big bite, why would you even then show it?
Yeah,
if you're going to do
look
that.
At that giant bite. He just ate the bread.
I mean, a guy like me, bro, I take massive bites.
Yeah, you eat that in 2 bites.
Yeah, like today I was eating, bro, I was eating, or my daughter was eating a croissant, right? And I was like, can I have a bite? And she's like, no, right? And then like, while I was taking a bite, she's just like, oh, like her eyes open up.
A bite, the whole thing's gone.
She's just like, Dad, I want to save some. And I was like, all right, man, and put it down. Like, I won't take a bite then.
Well, people are like making reaction videos to it, like other CEOs.
Yeah.
So we have that clip here. That's a bite.
That's someone who knows how to eat a burger.
Only one thing missing, a napkin.
That's a burger.
Applewood smoked bacon, our brand new bun, our square burger cooked on a flat grill. Amazing, absolutely wonderful. That's a burger.
And that's how you eat one.
They're purposely doing it though.
Yeah, they're trolling.
You gotta
capitalize. I think. Do we have the A&W guy?
I think
he trolls them the hardest.
Yeah,
this guy, look at how much sauce he took on that fry, bro.
This is actually my lunch. So let's see what we got going on
legend,
here.
Bro.
Yeah.
This guy's a legend.
Yeah. Look, he's just trolling him.
It has a unique bread that some people would call a bun,
Some
but
people
really
call it a
the
bun.
star is what's inside. I mean, we've got the lettuce, which is green, and pickles, which make it taste pickly. God. And the teen
He's like, it
sauce.
makes it taste pickly.
The iconic teen sauce. So this thing is packed. I'm sorry. That was a little, I don't even know how to attack it. I guess with my mouth. Here we go. Moment of truth.
Yeah. That's
No, that's good. It's got a little bit of bacon. That is a big bite of a teen burger.
You gotta love how like none of them really did it without a cut though. Especially the last guy, even the McDonald's guy.
There's
a cut.
Every commercial.
Yeah.
So he's used to it.
Yeah, but they did like edit cuts in it, right?
Yeah. It was mainly like the things that he was saying. It was the way he was saying it. It was so inauthentic, man.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He's just awkward though.
No, but
I think he.
Why are you acting like it's your lunch that you eat all the time? He's like, I usually eat it 4 times a week. No, you don't. Man.
Who eats McDonald's 4 times? Who even eats McDonald's that
these
much?
guys were saying it. Wendy's guy said he has it every day for lunch.
I don't know if I believe that either. If you do, somebody should check on him. Maybe he needs a physical or some shit.
You,
right? Like,
you know the fast food chains are struggling out here when they tell the CEOs like,
yo,
you're a social media influencer.
You gotta go. You gotta start promoting this shit.
Everyone's doing it,
bro.
now.
You gotta capitalize on it.
Every single
though.
restaurant, like mom and pop shops, they're going testing their
I saw
burger.
that. But low key, it makes me want to try the McDonald's sandwich. Like I don't know. If
I know it works. This is how marketing works.
With me, I was impressed by the Wendy guy. I'm like, he actually ate the burger. I got some Wendy's.
So it worked on you too.
Definitely worked.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think the nuance there is to make this a little bit more complicated for no reason. I think the nuance there is the guy just looks awkward. He looks like a kind of person who's actually a CEO who probably isn't involved in like the making of the
Who's
burger
never
whatsoever.
touched a burger before.
He looks like a person, never grills, never touched a
he's
burger.
Like, how do I hold this?
Yeah, he's like, is this a sandwich? Is this a burrito? Like, he doesn't know. Right?
That big guy was so jokes. He's like, some people call it a bun.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know how to attack this.
Taste
Maybe with my mouth.
But yeah.
Even with all the backlash, though, you know, it's estimated that this ad created $18 million in brand value for McDonald's.
Yeah. That's what it is.
All press
man.
is good press.
Yeah, bro. Learn from Trump. Learn from Logan Paul. Learn from Jake Paul, bro. If people are talking about you, not all press is good press. I will say that. When they come for you to cancel you, they come for you.
Cancel culture is dead, man.
Nah, I don't think it's dead.
Nobody cares about cancel.
I don't think it's dead. It's less. I don't think it's dead.
The guy said it. The Scream guy, Marlon Wayans. He's like, my movie's gonna kill cancel culture.
Well, that's promoting too. That's one way to promote too. We fell for that promotion, right? We're like, we can't wait for that movie. That's the whole play on it, right? But yeah.
No, I want some Wendy's.
All right, we'll get you some Wendy's. Let's move on
We'll go after the pod.
Canada might be banning social media. Mark Carney had a few things to say. I should say banning social media for children is what they're considering. He had a couple things to say about it potentially, and here's a clip.
I mean, here from Australia, which in many respects pioneered this approach. An age of majority, to put it another way, when do you get to an age and you fully participate in? I think this is something that merits an open and considered debate in Canada. I don't have a settled view on it. There are arguments in both directions, and now there's more and more experience with it, albeit on a relatively short term. To be clear, we're in a position, though, as a country where our legislation, the Canadian government's legislation with respect to online harms, the exploitation of children is lagging. It's lagging because of there was a series of legislation which, for a variety of reasons, did not pass. And so there is a need to, at minimum, catch up, in my judgment, the judgment of the government, catch up to that. I think naturally this issue of an age of majority would be part of the consideration of that. But it is all of these issues are fundamental issues, and they need to have open consideration, and the parliamentary process is the right one in order to have that. But thank you for the question.
Every time he answers a question, man, like, and it's not like if you're a Carney fan or not, like, it doesn't matter. Why with all the extra word and the bloviating and just drag things on? Just answer the goddamn question, right? Like, what do you think about it?
So many niceties too, like,
right?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That first part of it, I mean, I've said it before, man. Kids on social media, it's kind of it's a good thing if kids aren't on social media, right? Sure. Up until like they're like 16, you see everything that happens.
He's saying age of majority, right? Though, right?
Yeah, he's saying age of majority. And I don't know.
It's 18 in Ontario.
It's 18 in Ontario.
Australia recently adopted it where he's coming from.
Yeah.
There's a 16.
Yeah.
And even then, you don't know with these kids with VPNs and stuff and who actually uses it. They probably know how to bypass it. But like, if they don't use it, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
It's the everything else that comes with it. Yeah, that shit is subjective, right?
Yeah. So there's no formal ban in place. Right. But what he was hinting towards the online harms. Yeah. That's an online harms act. That the Liberal government is proposing, right? It aims to regulate social media companies and require them to take strong action against child exploitation, bullying, hate speech, extremism, and content that suggests self-harm. That's what the whole act
is. So content that suggests self-harm and child exploitation, I don't think anyone's going to be against those two things, right? Bullying, right? But even bullying
subjective,
right? Yeah. Like theoretically, if you're looking at an altruistic society and everyone's making choices that are good and stuff, and you're being hyperbolic with exaggerating the idea of it to like, oh, bullying is bad. Yeah, sure, it's great.
But we roast each other on this podcast.
Exactly.
That could be that could be bullying.
Like anything can be taken out of context, right? Yeah. The other parts of it, though, extremism and hate speech, that is subjective.
Yeah.
People always go, no, hate speech isn't subjective. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right? Because people can categorize anything as hate speech.
For sure.
Right? Like, I don't know if you guys remember when a couple years ago, when Yahya Sinwar died, they're in Mississauga. They're having a vigil for Yahya Sinwar, right? And
a lot of controversy.
People are mad at it, obviously, right? And they're gonna protest it, obviously, right? But these people are gonna have the right to say whatever the hell they want to say, right?
Exactly.
So I don't think people have a problem with children not being on social media. It's when you try to slide everything else in there. Right? It starts to look like it's a censorship thing. And the thing that makes me weary is that this government for a little while has been pushing this idea of like, social media is bad and there's misogyny and there's other things on social media. Adults, you can't stop adults from consuming whatever content they're consuming.
For sure.
Right? And they should be able to differentiate whatever's in their algorithm, especially in today's algorithms. You can curate them to whatever the hell you like, right? Just like you can't stop an adult from watching a rated R movie or what comedy they enjoy or don't enjoy. Adults should be able to distinguish, right? What is good and what is bad, and when you're being influenced, especially these days, the kind of conversations we have, when too many things, my algorithm is mainly sports, if I'm being honest. When too many other things,
that's the way I like it.
When too many other things enter my algorithm, especially when this is a heavy opinion base, I'll just be like, not interested, curate it, bring it back, right? Sometimes a little bit of it is okay. A lot of it isn't.
You know what annoys me? Like if you're talking to someone and they say something that you have no interest in, your phone, your algorithm will just like pick it up. It's really annoying.
It is annoying.
Or if you're just talking. No, that's super annoying, man. I hate that.
No, I mean, to me, I think hate speech is definitely subjective. Right? You can't really control what somebody perceives as hatred or not.
Yeah, that's why age of majority makes sense, right? Like all these things, alcohol, tobacco, gambling, they all have age restrictions, right? Because there's research, and back in the day we didn't have the research. We have it now. Like the teens, preteens are impacted by social media like crazy. How many bullying, the stats are off the charts about like things that they do, self-harm and stuff, right? That's all fine. But it's definitely a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Like you were saying. Yeah. Giving the government more control is never a good idea. If you look at any of the presidents.
Yeah. I mean, you never want to give the government more control. Right? Why would you give them more control?
Yeah.
Right? You want to
have quite a bit.
Yeah, that's the other, like there's a bunch of people on the social media things for kids thing that will push back and be like, the parents should be able to distinguish if their kids, that's called parenting, right? You parent and don't let your kids have social media, right? But then, like, we should then theoretically let parents distinguish when the kids should get driver's license. Their parents, right? They can.
Like, where does that?
That's the argument that you would have there, right? Or alcohol or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But when you start pushing this kind of like hate speech stuff, that's all just subjective nonsense. You're just trying to slide that in just so you can continue doing whatever you want to do.
Sure.
With that, remember, we're not experts on any of this, right? Neither are all of these other people talking on all of this kind of shit. And you guys should always do your own research, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Take care, everybody.
Peace.